I'm Maddie Rice. I'm a guitarist and songwriter in New York City, and I am being bothered by bothering the band.
Cool. Welcome, Maddie. We're so happy to have you. Like I said, we've wanted to have you on for a long time.
I'm really happy to be here.
Um, in our research, I can't find the answer to this question. Your name's not Madison or Madeline, right? It's
It
Maddie.
it's Madeline,
It's Madeline.
technically, but no one ever calls me that.
Anyone in your family called you that?
No, not
No.
really.
Oh, it's so funny because like
She's like
usually
my third grade teacher or something.
she's a big listener, or he.
Well, she has passed away, so,
Yeah.
but she's listening somewhere, maybe.
Um, so even on your Wikipedia page, which is cool that you have a Wikipedia page,
Uh,
it just
well,
says
I
your,
think there's some inaccuracies on there, so
of
maybe
course,
not.
of course. And we've had some people on here. I forget who it was, where we asked about Florida. We are like, "Oh, it says on your Wikipedia Florida." They're like, "Yeah, I've never even been to Florida."
And one of them was like state surfing champion
Yeah.
or something, but they were like in Kentucky.
It's so funny. My friend showed me, like, he found one of those surely like bot generated articles about my apparent net worth. I don't even remember what the number they said was, but it said that I had made it by selling Yeezys, like Kanye West shoes. Yeah, that's me.
Well, that's going in the bio. um, First icebreaker question: how do you, and you can interpret this however you like, how do you stay human?
um by hanging out with friends, by, to use a maybe overused phrase at this point, by touching grass, avoiding the internet. I'm gonna have to set some kind of reminder to follow you on Instagram, because I try to stay off of that horrible place. um yeah, those are some ways to stay human for me.
Oh, well, I mean, great answers. Great answers. Actually, we might have to use this question for every guest because it's a good question. Uh, and I'm right there with you. Remember when Instagram first jumped off and it was so innocent now looking back? It's just your
Remember when the internet
friends.
was cool? Yeah,
It's
I
so
do
lame
sort of
now.
remember.
It's so lame now, and I hate relying on it.
Me too.
I was just saying this to Abby today, where it's like it's this is our favorite part. Obviously, we started this thing just to be friends with musicians we like. That was it. And the promo and all that stuff is like, oh, that's the lame stuff.
It's
You know?
terrible. Yeah.
Okay, first really dumb question. What's your favorite kind of rice?
I mean, I love sushi so much, so probably just what do they call it? Sticky sushi rice or whatever
Sticky
that is.
sushi rice, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That's man, I haven't had sushi in a while. I'm hungry.
I have way too much sushi. Yeah.
So what's your go-to? Tell us.
Well, it's pathetic, and I realize this is not authentic Japanese cuisine, but I love a Philadelphia roll.
Yeah,
Some people are very offended by that.
I love it. I'm right there with you.
It sounds disgusting, but it's so good. It has cream cheese in it
It's salmon, cream
and
cheese,
smoked
cucumber.
salmon, and either cucumber or avocado,
Uh,
depends on where you go. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's good. And it
Abby's
is
making a face. Yeah.
according
I'm allergic to a lot of the things that go with sushi.
Oh, okay.
So
Like
I
soy.
tend to, well, no, actually, but the avocado, cucumber, carrot.
Yeah.
So I tend to just eat sashimi. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because I love the fish.
Yeah.
Not allowed to have it rolled up, it turns out.
Okay, what's your favorite shape of ice?
Shape of ice.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you go to like a cocktail bar and they'll make a round I guess it's not an ice cube at that point, an ice sphere. That's
Like
pretty
the big
cool.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they do that.
But
It's
also the
magic.
first time somebody's pointed out that it's not a cube anymore. Because I think somebody's like, my favorite ice cube is the round one.
It's not a cube.
It's not a cube anymore.
No.
Damn it.
It's not a cube. I worked at one of those, right? This is a decade ago when like the mixology shit was like popping off. I worked at a bar and we had those ice cubes. And so what it is, it's like a press that you like lock and then it has a hole at the top and you put water in it.
Is it made of metal? What?
It was plastic. The one we used was
Silicone.
plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A lot
silicone.
of times too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's like magic to me.
As you can see, we asked the hard-hitting questions,
Yes.
the really nitty-gritty. I hope you're ready to like get to the heart of politics and all that. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. What makes you mad?
Maddie.
Yeah, you see
What
where we're
makes
going
you
here?
mad?
Real clever.
A lot of things made me mad. I'm trying to think of one though, and I'm coming up empty. A lot of noises make me mad. I don't do super good with noises.
Like sensory overload, if it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah.
talking at once and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why I'm a musician. Yeah.
I was just about, I didn't want to be the one to point it out, but I'm like, you're in a lot of noisy, overwhelming places.
Yeah.
That's fun. I asked my good friend, we'll give him a shout out here, Chris Corso, this the other day, and it feels appropriate to ask. And Abby, you can answer this too. How often? You don't have to say what. How often in one day do you get annoyed?
5 million times.
It really depends on the day. Sometimes, yeah, I'm annoyed at everything, and sometimes I'm really chill and everything slides by. I don't know.
I mean, I think they think that's the correct answer.
I don't think I've been annoyed yet today.
Well, get
but
ready.
We'll see.
We're gonna annoy you with these questions. It happened. I asked him out of solidarity because I found myself in one day. I'm just like, everything is annoying me. Yeah. And I was like, is it me? And I think it's like everyone, there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And the therapy session is over. Have you been accused, or actually, what's your relationship with the term RBF?
Never heard of it. What does it stand for?
Really?
I'm just kidding. Oh. Of course. I don't know when the first time I would have heard that was, but it was a long, long time ago. I have chronic terminal bitch face. It's gonna be okay though. I've learned to live with it.
Can you tell the listeners? Do you know why I asked you that?
No idea.
You have a song, Yo KOMODO.
Oh yeah. I forget that people know about the band because not very many people do.
It's great.
We do.
Yeah, I have a very goofy kind of joke punk band called KOMODO, and we have a song called Bitch Face.
On an incredible album, which has been heavy rotation with us.
Really?
In our respective
you're one of
homes.
like the 19 people who listens to it every month. I love that. Thank you.
I'm like, it's almost like I take a little offense you say joke, because I'm like, it's just good tunes.
Well,
like,
yeah, I think that's why it ended up being good, is because we didn't take it too seriously. Yeah.
True. Okay, so KOMODO definitely has like a pop punk thing to it. Is that a type of music you like? And if so, what kind of bands in that genre do you like?
I did definitely, I was exposed to that as a kid in the early 2000s. But I wouldn't really say that I definitely wasn't a punk. I have no punk cred whatsoever. it's just a really good outlet for I don't know, when I'm writing music, I think I can tend to take myself a bit seriously, which is very counterproductive. So it was a really good outlet for me and my two friends who I am in that band with to just write these really goofy songs and say stuff that maybe I couldn't get away. I wouldn't feel right saying in my like Maddie Rice project.
Again, it's super fun. I love it. I would say, you said you're not punk. I would say the most punk thing you could do is put out a punk album, and you did that.
Maybe. And
So
we did it very DIY. We recorded it in a friend's basement. We engineered it ourselves. Yeah. With only, I think we only used SM57s on the whole thing, except maybe we used a different kick drum mic. I can't remember, but yeah.
So
We tried to be very DIY. Yeah. Sorry, what?
No, I apologize. Natural follow-up question would be, what's your relationship to ska music?
Well, I grew up in Salt Lake City, which interestingly did have kind of a DIY ska scene at the time. I don't know how it is now, but I was never in a ska band, but I had a lot of friends who were, and I used to go to their shows at Kilby Court. That was a great time. Yeah. I wish I could remember some of the names of my friends' bands, because ska bands are always the best named.
Yeah, for real. Abby, what's the place in Salt Lake that you know and love?
The Depot.
The Depot.
But I've been to Kilby Court as well.
Yeah.
I lived in Jackson, Wyoming for the last 1 million years. So any and all live music I saw was in Salt Lake City.
In Salt Lake. Great. Awesome.
And she just went to a lot of teen ska shows.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I mean, that's what I was doing, I guess, too. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was like 38 years old. She was like skanking it up, you know? Okay, this is my favorite question. Who's your favorite musical guest on Mad TV?
I don't think I've ever seen Mad TV in my life. That's such a good question, though.
First of all, you need to go back and watch old Mad TV, because it's just really, I thought it was so good. It's so funny.
I never had cable, so I missed out on like a lot of cultural moments, I feel like.
It had its moments for sure. But in writing this question wrote itself, obviously, because of you, of your, let's say I wanted to say day job, but I'm like night job. And I also, Maddie just wrote it in Mad TV, the antithesis of SNL.
It's perfect. I'm sorry I can't answer it better.
I did a cursory Google search, and it was like if you just opened a CD case that was sealed since 2003.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Shaggy, you know, like It Wasn't Me was on there and shit like that.
I mean, that would be a good answer. Yeah.
I also I'm like, when does Mad TV ever come up on this? We've had SNL alums, we've had SNL guests or musical guests on the pod, and I'm like, I don't know if we've ever asked Mad TV questions.
Love it.
Okay, so moving on from Yo KOMODO, you have your own stuff, which is also great, which leads me to the next question is, have you ever seen a ghost?
I have never seen a ghost. I want ghosts to be real really bad, but I have seen no evidence of them, so I guess I'm a person who currently doesn't believe in ghosts, but I'm open to their possibility. I'm ready, ghosts. Come at me.
That's exactly how I feel. I've never seen a ghost, but I want to. I want to believe, and I watch ghost shows, or I used to. I'd get stoned and watch ghost shows, and And I'm like, and it's, yeah, I want to see him.
Me too.
That just made me really happy. So thank you. Okay. Follow-up question. Have you ever seen the show Ghosts on CBS?
No. Goats?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. No, I haven't.
Yeah. It's really good.
I pretty much only watch 2 television shows over and over again. So my answers to TV questions are going to be real disappointing.
Well, now you have to tell us what those 2 shows are.
Oh, great.
It's like 60 minutes.
No, it's probably more embarrassing. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and more recently, there's this British show, Sex Education, that's just very cute and wholesome. That's nice to have on.
So Buffy and the British Sex Education.
Yeah,
Great.
I would say Buffy is more, I've probably seen it 100 times now.
Do you listen to the Buffy podcast? What was the...
I was just trying to remember the name of it. Buffering something.
No.
I don't think I listened to that one. I listened to a couple of episodes of another one. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, well, we gotta look.
Maybe I should start my own.
Yeah, I was right. It's called Buffering the Vampire Slayer is the one that you're thinking of. With Jenny. It's with Jenny Owen Youngs.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic musician, but her and her best friend host that together.
I'll check it out.
Buffering the Vampire Slayer.
And she was on the pod. She's also a great musician. So it's all coming back. It's all coming back. Okay, Maddie, how do you feel about cruises, like cruise ships?
I have never been on a cruise ship, and I would never go. I guess unless I was working or something. I have friends who've done that gig, but it doesn't seem fun.
No,
seems claustrophobic. Yeah.
Wow, I'm agreeing with a lot of your stuff here. I just it's just not on my radar. Like if I'm gonna drop the money too, I'm like I could think of a lot of things before I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And so as you can tell, I just asked a ghost ships question.
Yeah.
Great song. Everyone listen. Go listen. Maddie's song Ghost Ships. It's so good. I want more. Like I just keep listening to those 2 over and over again.
I know. There's another one coming in September, so not long to wait.
So let's do this exercise here. I couldn't think of a lay low question, like an associative lay low question. Sure. I was like, where do you lay? I was like, lay low. Anyone got it? Spontaneous?
How low do you lay in your bed?
Yeah, I guess height of bed is good.
Height of bed. I have like a bed frame that looks like it's like maybe 18 inches up. And then a regular kind of mattress. So it's not very high, but it's elevated.
You're in New York, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I lived in New York for a very long time. I love New York, and yeah, you need space. So we like bed was so high with those boosters.
I have probably 6 or 8 guitar cases under my bed. That's where they go.
Brag. That was a musician brag. For those listening, Maddie has an adorable sloth stuffed animal.
That's Tarkovsky.
That's perfect.
He's a good friend.
Can you guys hear that? I think it's hailing.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
I don't
Where
hear
are
it
you
either,
now?
actually.
In Jackson?
No, I moved to Florida.
And it's
back
hailing.
To Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just really heavy rain.
You know what those are? Those are tiny little spherical ice cubes. Boom.
Nailed it.
There we go. That's my favorite ice shape. Yeah.
We planned this.
Ice spheres.
Okay, so this is a natural great progression. Tarkovsky is in the back. Do you have any cool art hanging in your home?
No, I don't. It's embarrassing because I always feel like I'm going to move. So what's the point of hanging up any cool art? Because I live in New York. I don't know. Someday I'll feel like I live in a permanent place, and then the art will go up.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you're in the market. Do you have art that you just won't hang up?
There's some art that's just like leaning against walls. I do have. You probably can't see it. I have like a. No, it's all glare. There's a. I'm looking after this beautiful photo of Joni Mitchell for my friend who is like traveling and didn't want to leave it in storage. So I do have that, but it's just like sitting on my dresser. It's not hung up.
Well, okay. We don't need to be literal here. It's like hanging, but that counts.
Okay.
That counts. You got
That's my one thing. It's not even mine though. I'm just babysitting it. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Sticking in the house here, New York City. You find a spider in your home.
It would never happen because I live on the 20th floor.
Oh, okay.
There's no living things this high up.
Okay, hypothetically, you find a spider. What's your plan with that spider?
If it's just one spider, I'm gonna try and get it out of the house alive. But if we're in like a spider house situation where there's just a lot of spiders, we might be taking some drastic measures.
Also, I'm having this like amazing vision of you in your 20th floor apartment with this like spider and like down the elevator and out front.
I was thinking the same thing, the logistical like cupping that thing and like holding it, and you're like, everyone watch out. Like the doorman's like holding the door and like, hiding. Like, okay, New York City. Would you rather play darts or pool in a bar?
I think pool. Yeah, pool. I'm a little better at pool. Darts is just, it feels very random to me. I feel like I can't improve at it. Whereas pool, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm okay at it.
I don't know if you know any dart people, but they are very intense. And I almost got into a fight at a bar in New York City, filling in. I was filling in. This is on the Upper East Side at a dive bar. And I was
filling in on like a team.
Yeah. So there were people playing darts. I was sitting at the end of the bar and they were like, oh man, Jeff didn't show up or something like that. And they were like, anyone want to play darts? And I was like, I'm terrible at it, but I'll play. And then I was proceeded to be terrible at it. And they were like getting like mad to the point where I had to like, I was like, guys, pump your fucking brakes. Like I told you, it was like, what the, and then we were like, had a thing and
you're not paying me.
And then like literally like a couple of years later, similar situation with a friend of mine, he played darts with a guy and he wasn't taking it serious and the other guy was. And he was like, you bastard, this is serious business.
Wow.
He's like, we're at a bar on like a Tuesday afternoon. Like what? So watch out for that.
I think I would rather face off with somebody, like in a fight with armed with a pool cue, and them also being armed with the pool cue than darts. The darts scare me a little.
That's a great bothering the band question. Would you rather fight someone with darts or fight someone with a pool cue? Because darts, you got stabby, but pool cue. Oof.
Yeah, I think I would choose pool cue for sure.
Okay. Are you proficient in any martial arts?
No. Not even a little.
No?
No.
I was like, I would love if you were like Donatello. Okay, scenario. You're talking to someone and you accidentally, a little bit of saliva comes out of your mouth and lands on them somewhere. Are you acknowledging it? Yeah,
I think I am.
Yeah. You're not sweeping it. You're not just hoping it goes away.
I don't think so. Yeah. You gotta say it. But also I wear a mask a lot. So, that's a benefit.
And you're just in that mask spitting up a storm.
Spitting. You can't spit on people with a mask.
I guess everybody's like, why are you still wearing that mask? So I don't spit on you.
Yeah, they make it all political.
I make people shut up real fast.
Yeah. That's a really good, they're like, someone makes it all political, and you're like, actually, I just don't want to spit on you. And they're like, you take it off.
That was really always the point, right? Was the droplets,
right? Yeah.
I would just love if you were like, you had this uncontrollable thing, like, sorry, that's my Tourette's.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another one. I love this question, and it comes from my daughter. What would your plate look like as a kid at a breakfast buffet?
Well, I don't think I would have liked a breakfast buffet because I was very particular. I had the same thing for breakfast every day, which was a bagel with cream cheese cut like a rainbow, is what I would mandate from whoever was making it for me.
You mean like cut so it's like shaped?
Well,
like
really, it just meant it was cut in half. So it,
okay.
It was two rainbows.
So the two halves. Cut like a rainbow is great. Well, I don't know if you and my 10-year-old daughter powwow before this, because that's exactly what she's been eating for breakfast lately.
Yeah.
So if you and your family went to a breakfast buffet,
hopefully they would have bagels. Yeah.
And that's what you would indulge in. No cereal, no pancakes, no. Okay. What's your breakfast like now?
Now I do like a big oatmeal thing with like granola and various seeds and some dark chocolate. Yeah.
Okay.
Protein powder. Yeah.
Nice. So KOMODO has a song called Parents.
Uh-huh.
Will your parents listen to this?
To this podcast?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I probably won't tell them about it, but they probably will see it on Instagram because they like to lurk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's give them a shout out right now. Maddie's parents. I'll go to the breakfast buffet with you guys. Have you had any avocado today?
I have not had avocado today. I have had probably one avocado this week.
Only one? Okay.
Only one, yeah.
You have a song called Avocado?
Yeah.
Abby is allergic to avocado. I love avocado. I think I eat like one a day or half.
They're really so good, and the inside of a ripe avocado is the most beautiful color in the world.
I agree. And the contrast with the seed, I love it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this important question. You open the avocado, it's a little brown on the outside. Yeah. It's not totally brown. Are you still eating it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'll scoop around the brown.
Scoop around the brown. Well, that's a quote. Scoop around the brown. Let's move on so Abby doesn't get jealous because we can eat avocado. Do you know any geniuses?
I know people who think that they're geniuses.
We all do. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in geniuses. I believe that everyone like possesses the capacity for genius, maybe. But I don't think anyone is a genius.
Do you have any like friends or people that just like you're like, wow, everything they do is 100% inspiring? I think that's where I'm coming. Like genius. Well, we took it from another song title.
Yes.
And our whole goal is just to get you to talk, so I shut up. And I took it as like anyone in your life that just like, man, they just don't stop. They're just a genius or brilliant, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I have so many musician friends who are like that. Well, Aaron from KOMODO is kind of like that. He's just always got a crazy like metaphor or allegory that he's talking about. Louis Cato from the Late Show Band. It's just music is always flowing out of him. my friend Calmia Traver from Rubble Bucket. Yeah, I have a lot of brilliant friends.
Oh, that's great. And I hope they listen. I hope they find it their shout outs. Okay, how do you feel about improv? You live in New York.
Improv comedy.
Sure.
I did do an improv class once, and it was really, really painful, but I made myself do it.
Did you do the ball passing?
I don't remember a ball.
It's like a imaginary ball you pass, so pass around to the group.
We probably did do that.
Where'd you take it at? UCB?
No, Magnet. Is that a place? Magnet Theater? Magnet
I don't know.
Something. Yeah. It was really painful, but I feel like it was good for me.
Yeah. Do you know the stigma? Like, so friends of ours, a bunch of them in New York are comedians.
Yeah.
And there's the stigma between like stand up and improv, or stand up sketch.
I will say that I am like not a comedy like follower, so no, I don't know about this conflict.
Yeah. There's a weird like it's I'm trying to think of another way to like equate it. Where it's like rollerbladers versus skateboarders. They don't like each other.
Yeah, like
it's
kind
of like juvenile like that. You also happen to work at a very significant sketch show. So.
Definitely, you'd think I would know more, but I just don't.
No, that's
like,
cool.
I just do the music.
It's true.
Yeah, like, I'm just sitting back. So this brings me my most important question. What are you sitting on Studio 8H stage?
A chair.
But like, what kind of chair? We like.
Well, there's sort of a story. It's not.
Did
really
you get to pick it?
Well, I did. When I arrived there, it was like a drum throne, but it was too high, and I have a lot of back issues. So if my feet like aren't properly angled or whatever, like the knee doesn't have enough of an angle, I'm gonna get some back pain. So I switched it out with just a regular chair with a back. Yeah, that's the other thing. I need back support. Yeah.
You need back support. Is there a cushion or is it hard?
There is cushioned. It's like a. It's not a. It's like a. I don't know, like a dining chair, sort of.
Okay.
4 legs, kind of deal. But it
4
does have
legs.
Well, as opposed to like a swiveling desk chair or something. Yeah.
That's
riveting radio.
That is not even a question written down. That's a question I thought of, and I just was like so curious. And I bet your fan. I bet all your legions of fans want to know if you're comfortable.
I'm usually pretty comfortable. I have bad back weeks and good back weeks.
Yeah. And are you aware of the camera? Are you aware of like not like fidgeting and shit like that? You are.
Yeah, I'm way too aware.
Yeah. Does that, like, I just feel like I'd be so hyper aware, and I'm so fidgety as it is that I'd probably like overcompensate to stop, where I would look like a psycho trying to stay still.
Yeah, I think I'm not fidgety, but I'm just really aware of like what I'm doing, or it's really kind of intimidating to know that I'm visible.
Yeah. Well, no one can tell
about it.
And I hope that gives you, I mean, at least we can. So,
That's good.
This is fun. Okay. If you had a Komodo dragon as a pet, what would you name it?
Well, we have Tarkovsky over there, so maybe I would name it, I don't know, Zulowski or something.
Brilliant. I love it.
If it was, well, yeah, never mind. Okay, go ahead.
Abby, who made the Russian horror movie that we keep meaning to watch?
It could be Tchaikovsky.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Is that who I'm thinking of? What am I thinking of? Okay, quiet. Everyone quiet.
It'll come to me. Carry on. I'll get there. I'm going to yell it in a minute, but I'm pretty sure it was Tchaikovsky.
Okay, Maddie, have you ever been
Stalker?
Yes, that's
Stalker,
Tchaikovsky.
and it was. Sorry, got there.
I'm so happy. Yeah, that's what I was like swirling around in my brain. It was just eating me alive over here. Maddie, have you ever been recognized on the street?
No, I think one time I was at a concert and someone was like, "Are you?" Or actually, this might have been when I worked on Colbert, and they recognized me from Colbert. But no, never recognized on the street, fortunately.
And they said, "Yo, KOMODO?" And you said, "Yes."
Yes. I wish.
And then you ran away. Okay. Do you have any book recommendations for us?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard question.
Right?
Because I read a lot of books.
We love books.
Book recommendations. I'm gonna look around.
Look around. You got some on the. Yeah.
Well, I just finished this book called A Short History of Trans Misogyny.
Oh.
Which is a little bit heavy, but excellent. But it's nonfiction, so maybe that's not what you're into. I've been reading a lot of Virginia Woolf lately because I feel like she's a good voice to have in my head when I'm songwriting. But cool. She's not for everybody, so I don't know.
I don't know if it's still going on, but at the New York Public Library, last time I was there was a big Virginia Woolf thing.
Oh, really?
And they had a bunch of her stuff.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it was free too, so you just pop in that.
Like a bunch of her library. like letter, like.
It was letters, correspondence, like first edition books. It was just like,
oh, cool.
I'll
check that out.
It was super cool, and I happened on it like with my kid. We were just like shooting the shit. It was raining or something, and I was like, oh my god, it was great.
I'm also a big fan of Ursula K. Le Guin. I feel like maybe your daughter would be into her.
I feel like somebody else brought her up recently. I was having a conversation about her recently, at least. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her so much. Me and the drummer from KOMODO did like a 2-person book club where we worked our way through all of the Hainish cycle together.
Wow, that's cool. I like a 2-person book club. It's less pressure. I read very slow. I love reading, but I do read very slow. I read every day, but it takes me like a month a book.
You know what? Yeah, me too. I'm not a fast reader. I just like it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's refreshing because I'm like, I also read more. Do you read more than one book at a time? Are you able to do that?
Yes. I pretty much exclusively do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I also am always have an audiobook going. Yeah.
Great stuff. Because I mean, obviously, books just say so much about us as human beings. So that's a question we keep coming back to. Great answers. Yeah. Have you ever read any Anne Rice? Okay, see it. Booyah.
Vampire.
Or Edgar Rice Burroughs. That's
a pull.
I've not read either.
Bonus points. Do you guys know what Edgar Rice Burroughs wrote?
No.
Yes. The Jungle Guy.
Yeah, Tarzan.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Jungle Guy.
Jungle. At least I didn't say the Jungle Book.
Jungle Jim.
That was yeah.
Anne Rice, any interview with a vampire in it?
No, I've seen the movie, but I have not read it.
And now it's a show.
Is it?
Yeah. There's it got renewed too. It's on like AMC or something like that. It's like 3 seasons. Yeah. I've never watched it. I'm not much of a vampire person.
Right. But. I just read Dracula, which is honestly hilarious. I
read Dracula a few years ago.
It's really fun.
Great.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
about
also
vampires a lot so far.
Yeah.
Buffy,
it's also like I love that it was notebooks.
Yeah. What do they call that? Epistolary or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that going in. I got like this cool like red bound one for like a birthday like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. I try to read a classic every like once a year, and that was a good one to read. And it definitely surprised me. I was like, this is rad.
Yeah, it's fun and funny, and lots of like really, really trying to insist on like the brave men saving the pure helpless women. Yeah, it's really funny.
That's what I came to it for. Okay, so every episode we end with a song from our guest. Since you got a lot, we've talked about your work a lot. What song of yours do you want us to end the episode with, and why?
Oh, well, maybe you'll have to cut this. When does that episode come out?
So I'm happy you brought that up. I was going to ask you, according to the internet, the new season of Saturday Night Live comes out on September 28th, right?
Yes.
And that is the 50th anniversary or 50th year, right?
It'll be the beginning of the 50th season. Yes.
That's so cool. I mean, as a pop cultural casualty that I am, it's pretty cool. You're part of this like crazy big thing.
I know. I'm really excited for this season. I think there's going to be cool stuff happening.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm just such a dork, and I think it's super cool.
Plus, the movie's coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, we are going to release somewhere around then.
The 20th. Okay, cool. Around well, my next song is coming out on the 20th of September.
Oh, perfect.
So maybe I would choose that song. It's called Late Blooming. And it's definitely my favorite thing that I've written so far. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Then we will absolutely wait and use that song.
I'm trying to now associate a question with the title of the song.
With Late Blooming.
Do you remember the book Leo the Late Bloomer?
No. Is it a kid's book?
It's a kid's book. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the best I could come up with for you. So everybody go home and read Leo the Late Bloomer.
I'll find it. Yeah.
I was like going to late, like tardy. Are you late? Are you early? Are you like one of those people that can't be late? Like
I'm a pretty on time person. I don't think I'm like militant about it, like my dad, but I'm usually not late.
Careful, he's gonna listen.
Well, he was like, he would give us the 10-minute warning and the 5-minute warning and the 2-minute warning. If you weren't in the car at the time, you were in trouble.
That's fun. Oh man, I kind of wish I had. Like, I don't even care. I'm like, whatever.
I think that might be a better approach.
Okay, so if you could bother any musician, live or dead, who would you bother, and what would you ask them? But keep in mind, the questions have to be dumb like ours. So what silly question would you ask this person?
Oh shoot, I wish I'd thought about this before.
Maybe we should start sending this to people.
But I also appreciate the off-the-cuff answers.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Oh my gosh, wait. This is hard. I would ask...
We 100% know how hard this is. This is a book question.
We cut out the silence.
Yeah.
We will.
We know how hard this is.
I would ask Caroline Polachek what her favorite thrift store in London is.
That's a fucking awesome answer.
Okay.
I like that.
I love how practical that is. Well, guess what? We're going to get her on this pod.
Please do. And ask her.
And we're going to ask her. Yep.
I'm writing this down. I love her. So happy to make this happen. I love a challenge too. I love it. What's the future hold for Maddie Rice?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Who knows these days? I'm gonna keep doing SNL as long as I can. Keep writing and see where that kind of life takes me. Yeah.
Very cool.
I just want to write songs.
Are you building up to an album?
Yeah, sort of vaguely. It's just me. I don't have a label or anything, so I think I'm just gonna roll out singles until it makes sense to combine them into an album. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Since no one is telling me what to do what I want.
I love that.
Yeah, that's very cool. I just saw this thing on I forget who it was. It was like someone from the Chili Peppers or someone, so like a big band was talking about there's looking back, you're so stressed, but before like labels and money and all these people get involved, it's the most freedom you'll ever have, and it's like the most creative you can be because no one's like breathing down your neck about time or
I think about that a lot because there's a lot of artists who I really admire and I love their first album, and then the second album comes and you can kind of tell that there was a label pressuring them and it's not quite as magical. But I understand, like, I'm sure that would happen to me too. I'm not trying to suggest that I'm above that or something. I think it's natural.
Fair.
We totally understand. I hope we get to a point where this podcast blows up and people are like, you sold out. And I'm like, damn right. Fuck yes, we did.
Right. Exactly.
Well, we're just so grateful for your time. And no joke, this is like, we've been doing this, for a couple of years now. You've been on our list and it's just, we can't thank you enough. We're such big fans.
Thanks so much for reaching out. This was really, really great. I love a dumb question.
Last night I dreamed of you, wild-eyed. You were running through the rain to get the laundry off the line. I've been counting my blessings, just like you said. And there's 33 things that I haven't lost yet. Tomorrow I'm taking the early train. Yeah, I've wasted each one of your perfect days. September sunflowers, all bent with regrets. Oh, tell me that summer's not over yet. Out by the lake at 11 years old, you thought your dog was drowning, you dove in your clothes. With the dog in your arms, cold and catching your breath. Your dad only scolded you for getting wet. You'd bury that dog before a year went by. Yeah, I know I can't save you, I'm still gonna try. So if you're swimming your vinegar sour soul tide, I'll dive after you After all of this time, I'm still cutting it close. After all of my efforts, you're all I have to show. We're too late blooming flowers, languid in bed. Oh, tell me there's no need to get up yet. Don't get up.